Hey there! Welcome back to the channel. Before we dive in, I want you to know that this video is packed with life-changing wisdom that could completely transform how you handle tough times. So, stick around until the end. I promise it'll be worth every second. Life has a way of throwing curveballs when we least expect them. One day, everything's going smoothly, and the next, we're faced with challenges that seem insurmountable. But what if I told you that there's a way to not just survive these tough times, but to thrive in them? Today, we're going to explore 10 powerful rules that can help you navigate life's stormy seas with grace and resilience. And we're not just pulling these rules out of thin air. We're tapping into the ancient wisdom of Stoicism, a philosophy that has guided countless individuals through hardships for over 2,000 years. So, whether you're dealing with a personal setback, a professional challenge, or just feeling overwhelmed by the state of the world, these rules will give you the mental toolkit to face any obstacle head-on. Let's get started. Rule number 1, focus on what you can control. When life gets tough, it's easy to feel powerless, like everything is spinning out of control. But here's the thing. There's always something you can control, even in the most challenging situations. The key is to identify what that is and focus your energy there. The ancient Stoic philosopher Epictetus said it best: "The chief task in life is simply this, to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control." Think about it. You can't control the weather, the economy, or other people's actions. But you can control your thoughts, your attitude, and your responses to these external factors. When you shift your focus to what you can control, you immediately regain a sense of power and agency. For example, let's say you've just lost your job. You can't control the company's decision, but you can control how you respond. Will you wallow in self-pity, or will you update your resume, reach out to your network, and start looking for new opportunities? The choice is yours. By focusing on what you can control, you're not wasting energy on fruitless worrying or complaining. Instead, you're channeling that energy into productive actions that can actually improve your situation. Remember, it's not about controlling everything. It's about controlling the right things. As Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic thinker, put it, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Rule number 2, embrace discomfort as a teacher. Now I know what you're thinking. Embrace discomfort? Are you kidding me? But hear me out. Discomfort, challenges, and tough times are some of life's greatest teachers. They're opportunities for growth, resilience, and self-discovery. The Stoics understood this well. Seneca, a Roman Stoic philosopher, said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Just like how lifting weights breaks down your muscles so they can grow back stronger, facing and overcoming challenges builds your mental and emotional strength. Think about a time when you faced a difficult situation and came out the other side. Maybe it was a grueling project at work, a tough breakup, or a health scare. Didn't you learn something valuable from that experience? Didn't it make you stronger in some way? When times get tough, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" This simple shift in perspective can transform a seemingly negative experience into a positive one. For instance, if you're struggling with a difficult colleague at work, see it as an opportunity to improve your communication skills, practice patience, or learn how to set boundaries. If you're going through a financial setback, view it as a chance to reassess your spending habits and develop better money management skills. Embracing discomfort doesn't mean you have to enjoy it. It means you accept it as a natural part of life and growth. As Marcus Aurelius wisely noted, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." So next time you face a challenge, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this discomfort is your teacher. What lesson is it here to teach you? Rule number 3, practice gratitude daily. When life gets tough, it's easy to focus on everything that's going wrong. But even in the darkest times, there's always something to be grateful for. Practicing gratitude isn't about ignoring your problems. It's about shifting your perspective to see the good that still exists in your life. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic teachers, said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This simple but profound idea is at the heart of gratitude practice. Now I know what you might be thinking. Easy for him to say, he didn't have to deal with my problems. But here's the thing. Gratitude isn't about comparing your situation to others or pretending everything is perfect. It's about acknowledging the good things in your life, no matter how small they might seem. Maybe you're going through a tough breakup, but you have supportive friends who are there for you. Perhaps you've lost your job, but you have a roof over your head and food on your table. Or maybe you're dealing with a health issue, but you have access to medical care. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. It could be as simple as a warm cup of coffee, a comfortable bed, or a beautiful sunset. The key is to make this a daily habit. When you regularly practice gratitude, you're training your mind to look for the positive. This doesn't mean ignoring your problems, but it does help put them in perspective. It reminds you that even when things are tough, there's still good in your life. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, practiced this daily. In his personal writings, he often reminded himself to be grateful. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. Gratitude also has scientifically proven benefits. Studies have shown that regularly practicing gratitude can improve mental health, increase resilience, and even boost physical health. It's like a free daily dose of medicine for your mind and body. So, even when, especially when, times are tough, take a moment each day to count your blessings. You might be surprised at how much you have to be grateful for, and how this simple practice can shift your entire outlook on life. Rule number 4, cultivate inner peace. In a world that often seems chaotic and unpredictable, cultivating inner peace is not just a luxury, it's a necessity. But here's the thing, true peace doesn't come from external circumstances, it comes from within. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus understood this well. He said, "People are not disturbed by things, but by the views they take of them." In other words, it's not the events in our lives that cause us stress and anxiety, but our interpretation of these events. So how do we cultivate this inner peace? It starts with understanding that we have the power to choose our thoughts and reactions. No matter what's happening around us, we can choose to respond with calm and equanimity. One practical way to do this is through mindfulness and meditation. Take a few minutes each day to sit quietly, focus on your breath, and observe your thoughts without judgment. This practice can help you create a bit of space between your thoughts and your reactions, allowing you to respond to situations more calmly and rationally. Another key aspect of cultivating inner peace is accepting what we cannot change. The Stoics called this amor fati, love of fate. Marcus Aurelius put it this way, accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. This doesn't mean being passive or giving up. It means acknowledging reality as it is, rather than fighting against it. Once you accept the situation, you can focus your energy on how to move forward constructively. For example, if you're stuck in traffic and running late for a meeting, getting angry and stressed won't make the traffic move any faster. Instead, you can accept the situation, take a few deep breaths, and use the time productively. Maybe to mentally prepare for your meeting or listen to an educational podcast. Remember, inner peace is not about having a perfect life. It's about finding calm in the midst of chaos, stillness in the storm. As Seneca said, the greatest remedy for anger is delay. When you feel yourself getting upset or stressed, pause. Take a deep breath. Remember that you have the power to choose your response. Cultivating inner peace is a practice, not a destination. It takes time and effort, but the rewards are immense. When you have inner peace, you become like a rock in a stormy sea, steady and unmoved, no matter what waves crash against you. Rule number 5. Build resilience through self-discipline. When times get tough, resilience is what keeps us going. It's the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep pushing forward even when things are hard. And one of the best ways to build resilience is through self-discipline. The Stoics were big believers in self-discipline. They saw it as a way to strengthen the mind and spirit, much like exercise strengthens the body. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Self-discipline isn't about punishing yourself or denying yourself pleasure. It's about making conscious choices that align with your long-term goals and values, even when it's difficult. Here are a few ways you can practice self-discipline. 1. Set clear goals and stick to them. Whether it's exercising regularly, saving money, or learning a new skill, set specific, achievable goals and hold yourself accountable. 2. Develop routines and habits. Having a structured daily routine can help you stay focused and productive, even when you don't feel motivated. 3. Practice delayed gratification. Instead of always going for immediate pleasure, learn to postpone rewards. This builds willpower and helps you focus on long-term benefits. 4. Face your fears and discomforts. Deliberately putting yourself in challenging situations, within reason, of course, can help you build mental toughness. 5. Learn to say no. Part of self-discipline is knowing your limits and not overcommitting yourself. Remember, self-discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. And as you build this strength, you'll find yourself better equipped to handle life's challenges. Marcus Aurelius understood the power of self-discipline. He wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. By cultivating self-discipline, you're building an inner strength that can withstand any external storm. So, start small. Maybe it's waking up 15 minutes earlier each day, or resisting the urge to check social media during work hours. As you practice these small acts of self-discipline, you'll be building the resilience you need to face bigger challenges. Rule number 6. Seek wisdom continuously. In tough times, knowledge and wisdom can be your greatest allies. They provide perspective, offer solutions, and help you make better decisions. The Stoics were passionate about continuous learning and self-improvement. Epictetus said, "Don't just say you have read books. Show that through them you have learned to think better, to be a more discriminating and reflective person." This quote highlights an important point. It's not just about accumulating information, but about applying what you learn to become a better person. So how can you seek wisdom continuously? 1. Read widely and deeply. Don't just stick to one type of book or source of information. Explore different topics, perspectives, and ideas. 2. Learn from others. Everyone you meet knows something you don't. Be open to learning from people of all backgrounds and experiences. 3. Reflect on your experiences. Take time to think about what you've learned from both your successes and your failures. 4. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to admit what you don't know. Curiosity is the foundation of wisdom. 5. Apply what you learn. Knowledge without action is like having a map but never taking a journey. Try to apply what you learn in your daily life. Seneca, another great Stoic thinker, emphasized the importance of philosophy, which for the Stoics meant practical wisdom for living. He said, "Philosophy is not a trick to catch the public. It is not devised for show. It is a matter not of words but of facts. It is not pursued in order that the day may yield some amusement before it is spent, or that our leisure may be relieved of a tedium that irks us. It molds and constructs the soul. It orders our life, guides our conduct, shows us what we should do and what we should leave undone. It sits at the helm and directs our course as we waver amid uncertainties." In other words, seeking wisdom isn't just an intellectual exercise. It's a practical tool for navigating life's challenges. When you continuously expand your knowledge and understanding, you're better equipped to handle whatever life throws your way. So make learning a daily habit. Read a few pages of a book, listen to an educational podcast, or have a deep conversation with someone. Every bit of wisdom you gain is another tool in your toolkit for dealing with tough times. Rule number 7, practice empathy and kindness. When we're going through tough times, it's easy to become self-absorbed. We focus on our own problems and forget that everyone around us is fighting their own battles. But practicing empathy and kindness, even when we're struggling, can be incredibly powerful. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize?" This quote reminds us to approach others with understanding and compassion, recognizing that we all have flaws and face challenges. Practicing empathy doesn't mean you have to solve everyone else's problems. It simply means trying to understand and connect with others on a human level. Here are a few ways to do this. And listen actively. When someone is talking to you, give them your full attention. Try to understand not just their words, but the emotions behind them. 2. Put yourself in others' shoes. Before judging someone, try to imagine what it might be like to be in their situation. 3. Offer help when you can. Sometimes a small act of kindness can make a big difference in someone's day. 4. Practice forgiveness. Holding on to anger and resentment only hurts you in the long run. Try to forgive others and yourself. 5. Show gratitude. Let people know when you appreciate them or something they've done. Seneca said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." Even in our toughest moments, we have the capacity to be kind. And here's the beautiful thing. When we extend kindness to others, we often find that it comes back to us. Moreover, practicing empathy and kindness can actually help us feel better about our own situation. It takes us out of our own heads and reminds us of our shared humanity. It can give us a sense of purpose and connection, even when things are difficult. Remember, being kind doesn't mean being a pushover or ignoring your own needs. It's about finding a balance between taking care of yourself and being considerate of others. As you navigate tough times, look for opportunities to practice empathy and kindness. You might be surprised at how much it can lift your own spirits. Rule number 8, embrace change and impermanence. Change is the only constant in life. This might sound like a cliché, but it's a fundamental truth that the Stoics understood deeply. When we resist change, we create suffering for ourselves. But when we learn to embrace change and impermanence, we become more adaptable and resilient. Heraclitus, a pre-Socratic philosopher who influenced Stoic thought, famously said, "No man ever steps in the same river twice, for it's not the same river, and he's not the same man." This quote beautifully captures the constant flux of life. So how can we embrace change and impermanence? 1. Recognize that everything is temporary. Good times don't last forever, but neither do bad times. This perspective can help you appreciate the good moments more deeply and endure the difficult ones with more grace. 2. Practice non-attachment. This doesn't mean not caring about anything. It means enjoying things while you have them, but being prepared to let them go when the time comes. 3. See change as an opportunity. Every change, even difficult ones, brings new possibilities. Look for the potential growth or positive outcomes in every situation. 4. Develop adaptability. Instead of rigidly sticking to one way of doing things, be open to new approaches. The more flexible you are, the better you can handle unexpected changes. 5. Focus on the present moment. Don't get caught up in regrets about the past or worries about the future. The present moment is where you have the power to act and make choices. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it." This quote emphasizes both the inevitability of change and our power to choose how we respond to it. Embracing change doesn't mean you have to like every change that happens. It's okay to feel sad, frustrated, or scared when facing big changes. The key is to acknowledge these feelings without letting them paralyze you. For example, if you lose a job you loved, it's natural to feel upset. But instead of dwelling on what you've lost, try to see it as an opportunity to explore new career paths or develop new skills. Maybe this change will lead you to an even better job that you wouldn't have considered otherwise. Remember, every ending is also a beginning. When you embrace change and impermanence, you open yourself up to new possibilities and experiences. You become more resilient, more adaptable, and better equipped to navigate life's ups and downs. Rule number 9, take responsibility for your life. When times get tough, it's tempting to blame others or circumstances for our problems. But true empowerment comes from taking responsibility for our lives, our choices, our actions, and our reactions. Epictetus, who was born a slave and later became a respected philosopher, said, "We are responsible for some things, while there are others for which we cannot be held responsible." The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Taking responsibility doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong. It means recognizing what's within your control and focusing your energy there. Here's how you can practice this. 1. Own your choices. Recognize that every decision you make, big or small, shapes your life. If you're not happy with where you are, make different choices. 2. Stop playing the blame game. Instead of pointing fingers when things go wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? 3. Focus on solutions, not problems. When faced with a challenge, put your energy into finding solutions rather than complaining about the problem. 4. Learn from your mistakes. Everyone messes up sometimes. The key is to view mistakes as learning opportunities rather than failures. 5. Take charge of your personal growth. Don't wait for someone else to fix you or make you happy. Take active steps to improve yourself and your life. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This reminds us that while we can't control everything that happens to us, we always have control over our responses. Taking responsibility for your life is empowering. It shifts you from feeling like a victim of circumstances to being the author of your own story. Even in the toughest times, you have the power to choose your attitude and your actions. For instance, if you're struggling with a difficult relationship, you can't control the other person's behavior, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to communicate more effectively, set healthy boundaries, or even decide to end the relationship if it's toxic. Remember, taking responsibility isn't about being perfect. It's about doing your best with what you have and learning as you go. As Epictetus said, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Rule number 10, find purpose in adversity. Our final rule brings together many of the ideas we've discussed, finding purpose in adversity. This is about more than just surviving tough times. It's about using them as a catalyst for growth, meaning, and positive change. The Stoics believed that adversity wasn't just something to be endured, but an opportunity to demonstrate virtue and develop strength of character. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." Just as physical challenges make our bodies stronger, life's challenges can strengthen our minds and spirits. Here's how you can find purpose in adversity. 1. Look for the lesson. In every difficult situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? There's always a lesson if you're willing to see it. 2. Use challenges as a test of character. Tough times reveal who we really are. Use them as an opportunity to demonstrate your values and strengthen your character. 3. Find ways to help others. Often, our own struggles enable us to empathize with and help others facing similar challenges. This can give deep meaning to our difficulties. 4. Use adversity as a motivation for change. Sometimes tough times are a wake-up call that we need to make changes in our lives. Let adversity motivate you to pursue positive changes. 5. Practice gratitude for the struggle. This might sound counterintuitive, but being grateful for challenges can shift your perspective and help you grow. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This profound statement suggests that the obstacles we face aren't just barriers, they're the path to growth and progress. For example, if you're facing a health challenge, it's certainly difficult, but it might also motivate you to adopt healthier habits, appreciate your body more, or inspire you to help others with similar conditions. The challenge itself becomes a source of meaning and purpose. Or perhaps you're dealing with financial difficulties. This could be an opportunity to reassess your relationship with money, develop better financial habits, or even discover new skills or business ideas born out of necessity. Remember, finding purpose in adversity doesn't mean you have to be happy about difficult situations. It's okay to acknowledge the pain and struggle. The key is to not let the difficulty define you, but to use it as a stepping stone to become a stronger, wiser, more compassionate version of yourself. As we wrap up these 10 rules, I want you to remember that tough times are not just something to get through. They're opportunities for growth, self-discovery, and meaningful change. By applying these Stoic-inspired principles, you can not only weather life's storms but emerge from them stronger and wiser. Life will always have its ups and downs, but with these tools in your mental toolkit, you'll be better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. You'll be able to find calm in chaos, strength in adversity, and meaning in struggle. So the next time you face a challenge, big or small, remember these rules. Take a deep breath, focus on what you can control, embrace the discomfort as a teacher, practice gratitude, cultivate inner peace, build resilience through self-discipline, seek wisdom, practice empathy and kindness, embrace change, take responsibility for your life, and find purpose in adversity. You've got this. And remember, as Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Thank you for watching this video to the end. If you found these ideas helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on personal growth and resilience. And remember, tough times don't last, but tough people do. Until next time, stay strong and keep growing.